What's up, ladies and gents?
Welcome to Besties, where the tea is hot and the laughs are even hotter.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Sean. We're your favorite duo, ready to spill, dish, and serve all the laughs.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, we're excited for this week. So, this week's episode, we're digging into the presidential tea. Who's hot, who's not, and who should have just stayed of ice.
Hot or not, Franklin Pierce was a certified 1800s heartthrob. But let's be real, his presidency, not so much. Meanwhile, JFK had the charm, the looks, and, well, the scandals to match.
Loyal or royal mess? George Washington, faithful to Martha and the nation? Bill Clinton, well, let's just say he had exclusive privilege in all the wrong places, y'all.
Wait, what? Did you know Calvin Coolidge had a pet raccoon in the White House? And Warren G. Harding wrote steamy love letters that would make even a romance novelist blush? Before we dive in, let's hear a few complaints from our complaint department. Sean, what do you have for us this week?
All right, so one of my complaints that I have this week is when you are walking and maybe this is already a complaint. I don't know. I'll have to try to remember. Oh, shout out to us. We're wearing our official Besties and Banter sweatshirts today for the pod.
Yes.
I don't know if we'll do it every week, but I freaking love these sweatshirts. Brittany surprised me for Christmas when they came down for New Year, so I am so pumped. That's why we're wearing them today. Yeah, it says the complaint department, and then I think it says something else or it just has like the little podcast microphone on our sleeve and says our name in case anyone forgets.
And then on the back, Sean, can you show them easier? It's hard to get in and out of this chair. It's so awkward and big. And then
yeah. All right, so the back.
Drop it low, Sean. In Besties We Trust.
Bye. Just kidding. The episode just started. So I went to a concert last night, and the walk to get to, so there's 4 floors in this stadium or whatever, we'll just call it a stadium. Arena is what people call it. So we go out. Where we always sit is always on like the 3rd floor. So we came out and we said, okay, is there anywhere where we can buy merch? And they said, yeah, there's one on the 1st floor or there's one upstairs on the 4th floor. It's much smaller, but you can go up there. So we decide to go to the 4th floor because we don't need to go to floor 1 where all of the craziness and all the giveaways are. Right. We'll just go up to the 4th floor. So I asked this woman, where is it on the 4th floor? Oh, it's right up here to the right. So we go up the escalator. Okay. There's no anything. We don't see anything. We literally walk around the complete other side of the arena and find the, not concessions, but like the giveaways, like all the merch. The line is literally all the way down. Like I honestly, if I could maybe take a guess, not even kidding you, it was probably like 300 feet. That's how long the line was. It was absolutely crazy. What my complaint is when you go to, and this happens anywhere, like you go to a quick little like in and out eat place and you're ordering something, you're looking at a menu, whatever. I hate when we just go over to look at the merch, see what's there to see if it's worth waiting in line, and people are giving us dirty looks, or they're instantly like pushing in front of the other person to make sure that we don't cut the line. And I'm looking over at all these freaking bitches in their cowgirl hats and sequins, and I'm like, you really think I'm gonna freaking jump this whole entire freaking line with you right here? No, I will be a good little do-gooder. I will go all the way to the back of the line if I like any of the merch. But the merch was not that good, so we didn't end up waiting. But I hate I hate that people are so territorial about, like people jumping lines or people getting in front of them. It's the same thing at the grocery store when you're doing self-checkout. People are like, Kevin and I were checking out the other day at Walmart at self checkout, and there were people, I'm not even kidding you, like 3 inches from us. They would not give us space. Every time we move forward, they would move. Basically, they were freaking sniffing our asses. Like they could smell my freaking shampoo and conditioner at that point because they were so close. And everybody's looking at you like, don't lose your spot in line. Don't what. Everybody's always so worried about their place in line or someone taking their spot. It's like, get a fucking grip, people, okay? Get over it, move on. I'm not cutting you. We're gonna get through the line together as quickly as fucking possible. I'm just over all these line people.
Vibes. Okay, a couple things. Next time they're that close to you, just start coughing, like crazy
Yeah.
coughing. They'll back
Well,
up.
Kevin made the joke and said I should just fart right now.
Yeah, you
Might as
should.
well. I mean, they're right there, and we kept looking back too. Like we were those people in line looking back, being like, hi, are you fucking serious? Like, oh, you can basically fucking whatever." They were super close. Um,
Kevin should have started boxing out. Box out,
yeah,
box
he should
out.
have. He should have, or just caused a scene, just punched me right in the face. Just been like, get out, get away from us. I don't know him. Bam. And then just blame it on the people in line behind us. Be like, yeah, they
I
just hit
can't.
me.
Dead. Also, what concert did you go to?
Kelsey Ballerini.
Oh,
And
someone just
let me
posted about
tell
that.
you,
She was
she
just at
was
Mohegan Sun, I think.
she was so good. She was so
Was
good.
she?
She came out and she said that it was the largest show on the East Coast that she has.
Hmm.
And she was like, if you give it to me tonight, I am going to give you my absolute everything. And boy, did she. She was so, so good. I
Oh,
loved it.
good. I
Yeah.
think she was just at Mohegan Sun. I think.
Yeah, she could have been because she came here last night and then she's in Jersey tomorrow. And then I think New York Tuesday and Wednesday. And then like I think she's moving her way up the East Coast.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Was that with your
Yeah.
job in the
Yes, it
suite?
was. Yeah, it was in the suite that my job provides,
Oh my
thankfully.
God.
So it was me, Kevin, and then two friends of ours that we brought. It was a
The
blast.
the two that you did dumplings with?
No, it was actually a separate one. These are ones that live in our same community. Shout out to you,
Oh.
Jeff. It's a community. Yeah, it's two people that live on the other side, like the across the street from us.
Oh, I love that. Did they have a blast? Were they like, "Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it
this is
was
so
it was
cool"?
really fun. They didn't even really they weren't like dying to see her, but they were like, yeah, like we'll see her like if it's in the suite, like kind of like
For
what I
free?
did for you. Right, right. With the basketball game. So I was like, yeah, no, whatever. I was actually genuinely excited to see her. So it was really, really cool. It said that it was gonna be full, the suite, and it ended up just being us four and then four other two of my colleagues with their two friends. So it was only eight of us. It ended up being awesome.
Oh, I love that. That's so
Yeah,
fun. You're
it was
so
perfect.
you're so spoiled with that freaking
I am
box.
so grateful, so spoiled,
But you
so
deserve it.
thankful.
You
I,
deserve it.
listen, I'm trying to get any and all things that I can because that's especially that's sweet. I think since we've been here, we've seen four concerts and three sporting events. Like that's freaking sick.
Yeah, no, it is. That's a
But
great benefit to
anyway, moving on from my sweet life of Sean and Kevin, um,
have.
what is your complaint this week, Britt?
So I have two. Well, this first one is a two-parter. So when your charger starts to die and you have to like hold it at a certain freaking angle for it to work and you like think you're golden and you like walk away and then 2 hours later it hasn't charged 1% and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, awesome. Also, when you get a new charger and they don't give you a new freaking block, like, yeah, the wire dies, but like typically the block does too.
Okay, let
And
me tell
like,
you.
I don't know
Apple,
if, yeah,
that
but not even Apple. I don't know if the signs that are behind me now, because guys, I moved. Not really, but I just moved to the third floor versus the basement.
she finally got
Um,
out.
yeah, I'm a survivor. That Reba song really hits
She's
different.
actually sleeping on her pull-out couch that's in her studio apartment.
I actually sleep right here. This is my new bedspread.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
No, actually, I was just telling Jeff's mother today. I said, if we ever break up, I don't think I will ever date again. Like, no, thank you. In today's world, in this economy, hell
In this
no.
economy, for real. Shit, they
Like,
shutting down education, so
I
it
know,
ain't gonna be
and
much good luck for you after that.
I know, and I can't even have cats because I'm allergic.
I'm fucking dead.
But the two lights that I have behind me that are like
Yeah,
neon lights, they didn't come with blocks, but they have a USB end. So I'm
yeah.
like, awesome, love it. Now I have to go buy two blocks for that. And then I was
Or take
literally
it from
looking,
like my take it from some of the old blocks that you have or whatever.
well, I don't have any extras because everything nowadays you have to plug into a block.
So fucking annoying.
Yeah, so like I wanted to find one block that had two ports for both lights and I couldn't and I'm like, okay, well fuck me. So then I bought two of the cheapest blocks they had at Walmart. Tell me why they're a circle and you can't put them on the power strip next to each other. I'm like, cool. So now I'm just wasting plugs like so that's
For real. Or it's like, okay, what do you want me to go through my whole entire fucking house now and add regular outlets and the two little USB outlets? No, go fuck yourself. That
in
is
this
the biggest pain in
economy.
the ass, honestly. And speaking of that, another pain in the ass is that everything now on both ends is going to USB-C.
I
There's
know.
so many people getting away from like one side is USB-C and one side is USB. So now if you don't have a block with the USB-C, you're basically fucked or you have to go fucking buy one. Like that's my biggest thing is I am so sick of Apple selling they don't give you a block anymore and they just sell you the fucking cord with the USB-C on both sides. Give us a block, please, motherfuckers. We pay enough for the phones, the iPads, the MacBooks, all that. Give us a goddamn block. That's not too much to fucking ask. And it probably costs them fucking $2 to make
Not
and put in
even.
there and they'll charge us 40 extra dollars for the fucking plug.
I know. I know. It's
So
like
frustrating.
at this point we should just bend over and plug it in our asses because
Exactly. It's like in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when he's like, "Where are you gonna fit the tree, Clark?" And he's like, "Bend over and I'll show you." It's like,
yeah,
where are you gonna fit the block? Bend over and I'll fucking show you.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. So
So
that's
annoying.
that's where I'm freaking at, man.
My God. What's your other complaint?
Well, I just actually came upon another one
Perfect.
while talking about putting this all together because of course Jeffrey has to help me because I'm fucking shit for brains and can't measure. Um, he was hanging this good vibe sign. Now I don't know if you can see it, but it's in cursive and it's two love. It's like two. What am I trying to say, Sean? It's like two
Two.
levels.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. One on top of each other. It's layered.
Yeah, exactly.
It's layered
So,
and staggered.
oh, it's stacked on top of each other. It says good and vibes stacked on top of each other. There we go.
Yep.
So it's like awkward because it's cursive. So like he kept putting it a certain way and it like looked like cockeyed or whatever. So I was like, no, I don't think it's right. So I was so like anal to the point where I was like, can we just get a level? And then we got a level and I'm still telling him it's wrong. And I'm like making him upset. I'm upset. And then I end up being wrong. Like, how about those moments when we think we're dead ass right and we're just freaking wrong? I hate it. And you have to be like,
Oh.
all right, well, I'm sorry. You're
Yeah,
right. God
right.
damn it.
Right. You're like, I just fought so hard for that moment, but I take it back. Or that's
And
when
I'm
I'll just say, I'll look and start laughing and just say, I love you. Thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you.
I know. It's like you have to put your tail between your legs and be like, son of a bitch, I'm an
Honestly,
asshole.
for real. So bad. Oh my God, I
I
love it.
hate it. I hate it.
I mean, I hate it, but I love it too. It's just like funny when that happens, honestly.
Yeah.
Ah. All right.
Um,
Shall
do you
we?
have
I
do you have
don't.
one
I
more?
don't. So do you
Okay,
have any others?
just a one.
Oh my God,
Why
yes.
when why does your body wake you up 10 minutes before your alarm clock is about to go off?
Ugh.
I look up because our clock is projected on our ceiling and I'm like, what time is it? And I like peek when I open, I'm like,
Oh,
10
that's
more minutes.
cool.
I'm like, son of a bitch. Hate it.
And then you roll over and you're like, well, it's too late now. I'm not gonna roll over for fucking 10 minutes. I might as well just get up.
No, I usually roll over and I'm telling you that 10 minutes is the best sleep. And then it's like, bang, bang, bang. I'm
Oh
like,
my
son of
God,
a bitch.
really? Wow. Maybe I should do that more. Usually when I see that, I'm just like, all right, well, I'm getting up. Like, there's no fucking point because if I roll over and try to sleep, I know all I'm gonna be doing is thinking about the alarm going off, so I'm not gonna be able to sleep. So I'm just gonna get up.
Yeah, I do that sometimes
So
too.
frustrating.
Yeah, so that's my take on the complaint department this week.
Perfect. Love it.
Okay, besties, it's time to talk presidents, the good, the bad, and the ones you totally forgot existed.
Some led with wisdom, others with chaos, and a few were basically just there for the vibes. We're spilling the presidential tea. Buckle up. History is about to get weird. All right, so I had kind of like a little, back and forth when I was looking and researching into some of these topics about like who's hot, who's not. And some of them, like, I think people are gonna find that I picked the usual suspects for who's hot. Just because a lot of the presidents are old, y'all. Like we need to get
No,
some younger ass presidents up in here and I just felt weird like saying that a president was hot and they were like 75.
I agree. Like, I like
And,
an older man. Like, I will dabble
yeah,
in that. But I'm like, he's my grandpa. Like, they're
right.
my
Like
grandpa.
I can't do this. But
Yeah.
I did have three that I would love to talk about and share some of like the fun facts that I found out about each of them. But Britt, why don't you go first and we'll go back and forth. How many presidents did you research or think were hot or not?
Okay, so I kind of did. I picked three of the hottest, which I can tell you, and then I picked who was loyal, and then who was not, and just some fun
Love.
facts, and just some fun facts. But they're all different. So,
Okay,
I'll,
love it. Love it.
okay, so my hottest was okay. I'm looking. Obama looks really good next to all the
Yo,
other
he was in
presidents.
my top. He was in my top.
Oh my God, like
He's one of my
definitely
hot.
he's definitely number one for me, I think. And he served. What
Yeah,
does
yeah. He
he?
was he was president, yeah. Served
Yeah,
as president.
he was in office from 2009 to 2017.
He was our
Um,
44th president, y'all.
JFK was number two,
Yep. Yep.
and he was president from 1961 to 1963.
Yep. And because I picked the same person, he was our 33rd president.
Oh, double digits. Here we go.
Yeah. 4-4 and 3-3.
Okay, and then the last one is just what like online said was the hottest one, which is Franklin Pierce, which is 1853 to 1857.
What? Wow, I'm fucking shocked. It's really funny. So I just to like tag off of yours. So I also had Barack Obama and JFK, which I kind of figured would be the usual suspects that most people like. But I put two that I said like, because it was hot or not, I put not, and then I put gay question mark because their photo or their painting looks hella gay.
Who?
And I know that
Who?
that's totally subjectifying, but like that's my thoughts. So James Buchanan and I
Oh,
put Franklin Pierce.
I'm
Because
dead. I just
if you look at his photo, he has like this, it almost looks like surfer boy like coif hair. Like he has this beautiful like head of hair in his painting. It just looks so luscious. And I'm like, I don't know. That's a little sus for me, sis.
dead. Yeah, I just put him because like multiple websites said Franklin Pierce. I was like, I'll give the people what they want.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Well, kind of I'm gonna go into James Buchanan a little bit because I did pick him because, and again, without doing any research, I just looked at his photo and I said he looks like he could be a sister. He looks like he could be with me. He
Dead.
just has like this perfectly, it looks like gelled little like mohawk coif. Like, I don't know, he just looks hella gay. So James Buchanan was our 15th president.
Okay.
He served from 1857 to 1861. Um, Coincident or not, I don't know, it's a little sus. He went to Dickinson University. So I don't know what's going on there, y'all. But even better, when I was doing research, okay, I was whatever, just looking up his history. Buchanan never married and remains the only bachelor president. Okay. Another funny thing, in 1819, when he was 28 years old, he became engaged to Anne C. Coleman, the daughter of a wealthy Pennsylvania family. He broke off the engagement for an undisclosed reason. I wonder why, sis. And shortly after Coleman died, possibly a suicide, while Buchanan was a senator, he shared lodgings with another bachelor, Senator William King, who was the senator of Alabama. And apparently, it caused a lot of tongues in Washington to wag. So obviously, people were thinking about this shit and they were like, I don't know, he must be a sister because he's bunking up with William R. King in this one bedroom. They got no two twin beds in there. We don't know what they're doing. We're peeking in the windows. We can't see shit. They boarded up all the windows. We don't know what's going on in there. So I don't know. I feel like, we've been around forever. So it probably fucking happened. They were probably back there doing the fucking bee's knees, having a little kiki, doing their fucking thing and hoping that no one would know.
When in
And
Rome.
then it said, in conformity with the mores of time, the relationship was not a public matter, which tells me that they kept saying, like, oh no, whatever, we're just friends, or they didn't put anything in public, but they were together. Um, One of the good things slash bad things about him is that he was against slavery, but he didn't abolish it. So I guess there's some points awarded there for him being against slavery because we ain't about that in this life. But he didn't do what he needed to get rid of it altogether. So in my mind, he fucked up. But you know what? He he was keeping secrets about a lot of things, so we don't know. Okay, we just don't know, sis. But all I know is I'm interested maybe to go back in time and see what's going on with Buchanan.
Dead. He had other things on his mind. He couldn't solve slavery.
Yeah, he had some fucking flaming hot dicks on his mind. That's what he had.
Ooh. Good for him.
I mean,
Get
listen, if you're in a position of power and he could get it, whatever. Lock them doors. Put up those shades. Do whatever you want to do with William R. King. You do you, Buchanan. Do it up.
yeah, how does that song go? Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Dead. Okay, that was a solid little dive into history right there for the
Yeah, just
presidential.
on James Buchanan.
It's quite a canon, I'll tell you.
All right, yeah, right, for real. Give us a little history on JFK, Britt. We'll see if maybe some of our stuff lines up or mashes up.
Okay, so I do have a little bit on him for the loyal section. It said that JFK didn't need a sock on the door. He had a secret service. There was potential hookups with Marilyn Monroe. She sang that very breathy "Happy Birthday to You."
Mm.
He had an intern that was 19 that he messed around with. His
What? Oh my
wife's
God, so he was a little hoe. He was a little
oh
hussy.
oh, it gets closer to home. His wife's friend Mary. Yeah.
Mary,
Yep.
did you know?
Yeah. It's
Oh my
still, yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, so he got around. He got
He was a
around.
little slew.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, fun fact about him, he was born in Brookline, Mass, and like grew up in New England. So I thought that was kind of cool. One of his contributing hot factors that I thought was,
Contributing.
perfectly why he was probably the way that he was, is that he did serve in the Navy. He also, fun fact, barely escaped death in a battle. He was commanding a patrol torpedo boat, and he was gravely injured when a Japanese destroyer sank it in the Solomon Islands.
Damn.
Marooned far behind enemy lines, he led his men back to safety and was awarded the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps Medal for heroism. He also returned to active command at his own request, and he was a huge advocate for physical fitness among America. Like that was like one of the big like standings that he had. But I was kind of chuckling when I read that thing about, he led all these men, um, to safety because I was like, shit, I would fucking follow that man too if he was leading me to safety. I'd be like, where are we going? If it was just me and him, I'd be like, oh, everybody else passed. Guess it's just me and you left here on this island. I don't know what else we're gonna have to do but recreate. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you took a page out of Cannon's book there.
Yep, for sure. I mean, that would be me. Who wouldn't want to follow his fine ass? He was a good
He
looking
had
president.
he had a great smile too. His teeth were
Yeah.
impeccable.
Yeah. The only sad thing that were a couple other things that I did read kind of like behind the curtain. And again, people, you can, comment or talk back to us if, some of the stuff is incorrect. But I did a couple forms of research on this, but in the Navy, he got a really bad back injury, a lower back injury. So
Sad.
there was rumblings when after he was assassinated and out of the office, um, that him and his wife were taking amphetamines. He was taking amphetamine like injections for the back pain, and then it was said that him and his wife both started to like rely on the amphetamines and not be able to go throughout their day and conduct regular work without the amphetamines, which I thought was crazy.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's tough. Um, Back to him being an advocate for physical activity. I mean, that was quite clear with his slew of women that he liked physical
Yeah.
activity.
Clearly he was burning calories and taking names air day.
Yeah, exactly. Um, what else did you have, or did you want me to go?
Well, I had Obama, which we both had Obama. Um, Honestly, he's just, if you look at some of his pictures, y'all, like he's real good looking.
He
And
is.
honestly, he's aged really well. He was one of the youngest
Yeah.
presidents in office. He I'm not really going to get into like all the nitty gritties of, what he did because he was very recent in office. Um, some of the main reforms that he had was the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare for people out there. It is not two different things. It is the motherfucking same thing. Um, and then he also, the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act he passed, and then the Don't Ask, Don't Tell Repeal Act. He also re enacted that or something, however you do that. But one of the cool things that I thought about him is that he was born in Hawaii, which I thought was cool. And he's an August baby, so he's a Leo. And I'm married a Leo, so I'm all about them Leos.
So you guys would be a good match.
Exactly. That's really all I have about him.
So I just picked my top three hottest and just had a random fact about JFK because he was unloyal.
Yeah.
Um, but for Warren G. Harding, the one that wrote the steamy love letters that we talked about on the
Oh,
intro,
yes.
he had a secret daughter and a favorite closet, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God.
He had two known mistresses.
Which president was this?
Warren G. Harding.
Yeah, like was he like do you know which number president he was?
He was in office from 1921 to 1923.
Oh my God, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he had a code name for when he would write letters for his penis, and it was Jerry. So he would say things like wish I could take you to Mount Jerry.
Oh, Jesus.
Like Mount his Jerry,
Yeah,
not like Mount
what a
Jerry.
little sicko.
No, so the steam like I took an excerpt of one of his steamy love letters, and it says, "I love to suck your breath away. I love to cling there long to stay. I love you garbed, but naked more. Love your beauty to thus adore." And garbed, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it means to be dressed or clothed. So he says, "I love you clothed, but naked more.
Oh
Love your
my
beauty
God.
to thus adore."
Damn.
So
So
he
he's got like
wrote,
a little secret love language going on there.
yeah, he's going to Mount Jerry, if you know what I mean.
Damn. Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, he was a promiscuous little boy.
Sure was. Telling everybody to
Yeah.
mount his Jerry.
Yeah.
Should tell Jeff
And then
that tonight. Hey, you want to come in bed and mount my Jerry?
Jeff, I want to
Climb
go
up
to Mount
Mount Jerry tonight? It's gonna be a
Jeffrey. I
long way
really,
to the peak.
I was like, Jeffrey, I really just want to hike a mountain. Which mountain? Mount Jerry.
And I'm
I'm
not talking
done.
about Ben and Jerry's. I'm talking about Mount Jerry. And then just move your eyes down his body.
Oh God, he'll be like, are you gonna throw up again? What's going
Yeah, he'll
on?
be
You're
like,
acting
are you okay? Are you having a stroke?
weird. Yeah. Did you shuffle too much today? What's going on?
Right? For real.
Dead. And then I also wrote about Bill Clinton because he
Uh,
had sexual relations with that woman.
yeah. I
Um,
avoided him.
yeah, he denied having sexual relations with that woman. There were 10 sexual encounters, 8 at the White House. And she testified that it was oral but not intercourse, and he never performed oral on her, which is so sad, that poor woman. And there was 10 or 15 occasions where they had phone sex, and one of them he did fall asleep on her.
Wow. She must have been
He's
a
quite a man.
real winner.
Yeah, actually, I read something where like he said that he would, I don't know if it was like the bathroom or a study, that he would have to like lean up against the wall when she performed oral because he had bad lower back problems. And he
Oh
told
my
her,
God.
yeah, so he was really doing none of the work, none of the
I would
legwork.
literally listen, maybe the first time to like let you know how what I can do and how I can be, but after time number two, if you're not, returning the favor, fuck that. I would be out of there real
I
fucking
agree.
quick. That ain't no
Yeah,
man.
that ain't
Fucking,
no man.
you should be sharing, okay? Sharing is caring, Bill.
A man in power, I mean.
Yep, exactly. He was probably like, whatever, bitch. I could get another one of you off the street. Get down there and fucking climb up Mount Jerry.
Literally, but it seems like Warren G. Harding was like a true lover and like really like was
Was all
fond
about
of
the
his.
lust and love with those
Yeah,
love
so
letters.
we can't just say all men in power are like that because it's not true. But
True.
when in
True.
Rome.
Yeah, true.
Um, do you have anything? I just have some fun facts about,
I
I don't know if
don't.
they're
I
fun.
don't. I only found like three hot and three not. So go for it. Keep going. If you got it,
Okay.
girl, get it.
So I don't know if you've ever heard that like George Washington has wooden teeth.
No, I did not hear
False.
that.
He
Oh,
had
okay. So that's
dentures.
fake.
Yes, he had dentures made of cow's teeth, and ivory and metal. And he drank a lot of dark wines, which stained his teeth, resembling wooden teeth, I
Oh
guess.
my God. Damn.
Our man James Madison, he was a short king. He was 5'4" and like 100 pounds.
Oh my God. So he was like a boy.
So he was a pubescent boy
He was literally a little lost boy.
from Neverland.
Oh my God. 5'4" and 100 pounds. Damn. That's
Yeah,
like us
goals.
when we're wet. We're 100 pounds when wet.
Oh no, I'm 85 soaking wet.
Oh, sorry. I guess I gotta keep going. Gotta do that skin loss or the skin loss dead. Gotta do that weight loss program.
Yeah, I suggest hydroxycut. Just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Um, John Quincy Adams skinny dipped every morning. He would go on a walk and then go skinny dipping in his pond.
What?
Yeah.
At the White House? Oh
I
no,
don't.
John Quincy Adams. That was like way, 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 way far back.
I don't know. I don't think so. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't. I
that
also
probably
don't
wasn't
think the
right.
White House was what it is today, where
Right,
it's
that's
like
what I'm saying
somewhere.
is like I don't even know if that was around then. Probably wasn't.
Yeah. So, and then my last fun fact is William Henry Harrison had the shortest, shortest presidency in history, which was 1 month. He fell ill with pneumonia.
Oh my God.
R.I.P.
You
Rest in peace.
imagine you literally get into office and a month later you have to fucking give it to the vice president
I
or
know.
whoever it was. I don't, who even knows if there was a vice president that day and age. It was probably, I don't know, a senator or someone that people have to like vouch for or vote for or something. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is. It's so
Damn.
freaking crazy.
Well, those are
I
some
know.
good little fun facts. Hopefully, you all learned some stuff about some presidents. Hopefully, you agree with us on some of the hots, some of the nots, some of the gays, gals, whoever. We don't discriminate. But yeah, we would love to hear if we missed out on anyone or if there's any of these other presidents that you think are total heartthrobs that we forgot about. Let a bitch know. We here. We want to know about it.
Definitely. And besties. Next up, we have the roast. Each week, we will conduct a roast review where we pick a series, movie, or maybe even a guilty pleasure and give you our honest, unfiltered take.
What's worth your time, what's not, and what had us absolutely yelling at the screen.
Dun dun dun.
Zun, zun, zun. All right, so I have one right off the bat that I have to roast about. Um,
Roast it.
we it's been kind of like weird weather as you have been experiencing in New England, snowing, raining, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so we had one day where it was just shitty weather out, so we watched two movies on Netflix
Ooh.
that came out. One had good reviews, and then the other one, I think it's a little bit older, but it seemed pretty decent, like what we were into, so we watched it. The first movie is The Gentleman, and no, it's not the show with Theo James. It is the movie. It has Colin Farrell in it. It has Charlie Hunnam in it. We thought, I mean, we really watched it just because of Charlie Hunnam because he's so good looking. But we also like Colin Farrell, and we're a fan of those kinds of movies. Horrible, absolutely horrible. I don't know why it's on Netflix. I don't know why they're promoting it. It is one of like it was just so boring the way that the movie is told. It's like someone telling a story and then it's flashing back two parts in the story and then it goes back to Hugh Grant is the person who's telling the story and he's like a
Spoiler
reporter and he's
alert.
yeah, like finding out all these things and then there's a couple like bigger things that happen in the movie. It just was not our cup of tea. It was very slow, very boring. Um, the other movie is we watched Kinda Pregnant, which is
Yeah, I
the
watched
new
that.
Amy Schumer movie.
I
I
watched it.
did not like it at all. Did you like it?
Okay,
Let's
wait, time
dissect.
out.
Let's
Time.
dissect.
So my take on Kind of Pregnant was I was literally dying laughing. Like dying laughing, like laughing out loud. But then it got to a point and I was like, all right, this would never,
Right.
this is too much. This
Right.
is,
Yes. And that's
but
exactly what the roast is.
yes. And I will say, I did think it was funny. It got a little meh throughout, like halfway and on. I was like, all right, we get it. But you know what? And I think Adam Sandler produced it. I know it was a Happy
Yes,
Madison. I think he had
he
like
did.
something to do with it. It just reminds me of his movies, which I did love as like, like any, I think from like 8 to like, I mean, I still love Adam Sandler and his movies,
Yeah,
but
like the
his
Billy
movies,
Madisons and the Happy Gilmores of the world or
Mr.
whatever.
Deeds, Big
Yeah.
Daddy, yeah. And Little Nicky, like all of those, like
Yeah.
Little Nicky is kind of like this too. Like where you're just like, okay, this is like too much. But like when I was that age, I thought there was nothing better. Like no better
Yeah.
comedy. Like not to be a spoiler alert, but when she fell on her stomach, I fucking died.
Yeah, like there are parts that are funny. Like and don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, like it was there were parts that were funny, but exactly like you said, it started to get to the point of like, okay, this would A never happen.
yeah,
Two, I think we can, like speed this up and like move forward on to like the next part because it was kind of just getting at the same thing over and over again. And it was kind of one of those movies that was like it was like a stupid funny, like
yeah,
it was
exactly.
a one and done. I've seen it. I don't need to watch it again. Like I was not overly impressed. And usually I love Trainwreck. I love some
Yeah.
of those like Amy Schumer movies, but this one for me just it hit different. It did not do it for me.
Yeah. And I feel like for those kind of movies you kind of have to be in like a silly mood too.
Yeah. Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, Jeffrey fell asleep during it, but that doesn't say much. He'll
Dead.
fall asleep. He'll want to watch something and fall asleep, so but I
Dead.
was still laughing to myself, but then I was like, okay, I know what's gonna happen next. This is
Yeah.
predictable.
Yeah, yeah. What's your
We
roast,
are
Britt?
yeah, so we started watching Night Agent season two.
Oh, so good.
Eh.
Oh my God,
I
I
think
love that we have differing opinions on this.
well, I think my thing is if a show has like a lot of anxiety and like
Yeah.
someone's gonna be caught or someone's gonna be killed, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's too much. Like my idea of a show is like Gilmore Girls. So if we have people running and I'm like my heart's
Oh my
racing, like
God.
I have too
Okay,
much
but
going on in my own life.
can we for a minute roast just the way that he runs in this show, okay? Kevin and I died every single scene they had him running. He looks like a penguin running. He's like this. Like sprinting, going as fast as he can, and he looks like he's waving to the whole entire community that's around him. Like especially in the beginning, a little bit of a spoiler alert when he's running from people to escape. I'm like, sir, you are not going to be able to get away from anybody. You are not. Everyone's going to see you with those freaking flapping arms. Like I don't even flap my arms like that. Keep them in. Keep them together. Run
Ted.
like a normal person. But oh my gosh, just the sprints. Every time he would sprint, Kevin and I would just be like, ah, and like make fun of the way that he was running. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I can't make fun of people running. If they can run, good for them. Here I am, like, got my Dunkins. I'm running on
Dead,
that.
dead.
Got that Phoebe run from Friends.
Yeah, that's basically how he runs. It looks just like the Phoebe run from
Well,
Friends.
same, okay? We can't all do it with grace.
It feels good. It's freeing.
I like to express myself on my runs. Um, so we watched Lioness. I don't know if it's on HBO or Paramount or what. I think it might be
Okay.
on both. Really good.
Okay. Is it a
It's
movie
basically
show?
it's a show.
Okay.
And it's about this woman who does like what's the word? She's like in the military, but like kind of like Secret Service too. Like she's like a
Okay.
badass bitch. Super good. That one has high anxiety, but I could sit through it and was like engaged. Whereas like I feel like Night Agent, I'm just like, okay, I know what's gonna happen, but like me anticipating it's going to happen, like I don't, it's too much.
Yeah.
And then my last one, apple cider vinegar.
Okay. I
Have you
saw
heard of it? It's
a
on
brief,
Netflix.
yeah, I saw a brief preview Kevin and I saw. Is it good? We were intrigued.
Okay, so did you watch Inventing Anna?
No.
That's also on Netflix. I also suggest that. It's the girl from, she's Ruth from Ozark. Did
Yeah.
you watch Ozark?
Yeah, we've seen like the previews for it, but we haven't like
Okay.
divulged in it.
Okay. Well, they're both based on like true-ish, they switch up some things, but Inventing Anna is very good, but Apple Cider Vinegar is like Inventing Anna meets Gypsy Rose almost.
Okay.
And it's really, really good. I'm on episode 3. I'm not watching it with Jeff. And I kick myself when I start a good show and I don't start it with him. But if I tell him I've seen a show, he won't watch it with me. And I'm on episode 3, and like I think he would like it. But I think if he says like, "Do you want to watch Apple Cider Vinegar?" I'll just be like, "Oh my god, yeah, I heard it's good." But he scrolls through our currently watching shows, and I'm like, "Please don't see it." Like,
I mean, you could always ask him to just watch the first couple without you, or just rewatch the first three, and then you're both caught up.
yeah, I mean, he is on vacation this week, so I might suggest that he does that. I'll just have to
Yeah.
finish the fourth or third episode, whatever one I'm in between, but I don't know, whatever. I mean, I can figure that out, but yeah, it's good. The episodes are long. I think there's 6, but it's pretty good. I do like it.
Okay,
No bad
good.
roast. So, is that all we have for the roast? Next week on Besties and Banter, we're cracking the case on pixelated pickles, unsolicited snapshots, tragic angles, and digital disasters, aka dick pics. Who started this? Has it ever actually worked? And why do they always have terrible lighting?
So, y'all, we need your stories. Send them in. We promise to share them with the whole entire class. We want to hear what's going on. Brittany and I may or may not share a couple steamy ones. But let's dive into the good, the bad, and the please absolutely delete immediately. Submit by Sunday morning all of your dick pic stories so we can add them to the pod next week.
Yes, and you can remain anonymous. We won't say anything. We'll just say, a listener sent this in.
Right, exactly.
So don't think that we'll put you on blast. We won't do that to you.
Right. All right, well, that's our episode for today. We hope you learned some fun facts about presidents. You learned about someone who may be gay. You learned about some sluts. You never know. It's always a mystery with some of these presidents. So we'll see what happens as we continue to move throughout all of these presidents. The roast, you heard it here first, folks. We liked it. We didn't like it. Some of us have some recommendations, so if you're running out of stuff to watch, maybe take Brittany up on some of her recommendations.
Yes, and if you love the pod, make sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe to Besties and Banter. Don't leave us hanging. We know you're curious. Hit that subscribe button so you can sip with us on every episode. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep the banter rolling. So go ahead, share the love with your crew, because what's better than a few more besties in the mix? As always, in Besties we trust.
Bye!
Bye.